Hi, I'm Radhika, and I was lucky to work with Vamos Theatre on their production and tour of Dead Good at the start of this year. It was my first time working with Mask, and I fell in love with it when I met Rachel on a workshop at Jackson's Lane. She seemed so sparky, rebellious, and cared so deeply about the craft, which was infectious. Plus, I didn't find it easy, and perhaps unhelpfully, I'm drawn to such conquests. Acting with essentially a bucket on your head and navigating quick changes posed me, formerly short-sighted and still clumsy person, a fair few challenges. However, I've also found that this practice has deepened my physicality as a performer and attention to each moment of storytelling as a maker. And for someone who has felt clumsy and physically awkward most of my life, it's been an empowering process to feel space and time with others in the magnified, concentrated way that mask acting offers. So, a bit about me. I've worked as an actor and a theatre maker for nearly 20 years, with a short gap in between, where I did some other things. I also drum with my band, Extradition Order. Within theatre, I've primarily worked with new writing and devised work, and I've been lucky to tour nationally and internationally on a range of projects, from my one-woman show to larger scale ensemble pieces and puppetry work. Mask acting has given me a new insight into all of my practice, including writing. Playing to audiences with no words has shown me firsthand how powerful it is for audiences to be able to project and feel their own stories onto what they see. The naturalistic delivery of Vamos has allowed me to practice connecting deeper into my natural breath and movement and relaxing into it. It's also been a top lesson in resisting the urge to ever explain anything. The audience reads everything, and often even more than is intended. So, for example, I was once sitting cross-legged and slightly leaning forward with my hands clasped, and it looked like I was desperate for the loo. In role play and forum theatre training work, we often talk about how much of communication is body language. However, this really brought home how each physical quirk can transmit so many stories. So for us, having an outside eye, and most of our rehearsals were filmed so that we could look back, was essential to making sure we were landing the narratives we intended to. Another challenge in mask production was separating the chaos off stage to the storytelling on stage. Tension magnifies in mask, so trusting our work is another tricky thing to get to, especially when you can't really see or have 14 seconds to change between distinct characters. As said earlier, time magnifies under there too, so I really had to tap into my breathing and stay connected to my fellow actors to not get lost on stage. In short, it's an incredible experience and trains so many essential actor qualities like listening, relaxing, connecting, following impulses, breathing, and most importantly, trusting. And despite it being a fairly steep learning curve with some hard work needed, with a lot of silliness too, I did by the end experience it feeling effortless and liberating, which was a huge rush.